Hi everybody, welcome to Sheltima Boutique Guitars. I am so excited to be sharing this guitar with you today. I've just finished it and it's going off to a musician in Florida. He travels all over the world, all over the States I should say, and he's excited to get it and I think he's going to love it. I just want to talk about this guitar a little bit and just go over some of the aspects of it. Obviously you can see where the inspiration came from, and the reason why it's different is because there was a time back 10-12 years ago that when I was building just the standard tellies, just to get my, cut my teeth on building guitars, the Fender legal department came after me. I'm working out of my garage and they wanted me to pay them back all the sales that I made because they felt they lost sales. And I was really concerned, really worried about that. It was really stressful. And so I thought, I went through the whole process of finding the lawyer that won the lawsuit that Fender was taking against 9 different companies back in the 90s. And it was just going to cost too much to go that route. And so he said, well, you could always just ignore them and see what happens. So that's what I ended up doing. I just thought, well, I'm just going to ignore them. And so eventually they said, just take down the images, don't make them anymore. And I did some research. And I thought, well, this is a good opportunity for me to either be really creative or step out and just stop doing it. And I really love building guitars. I love the whole process of wood selection, of carving the necks, of choosing the finishes and doing the fretwork and just getting something, from a raw piece into this beautiful looking instrument that's going to inspire people to write music and record and be seen and all that stuff. I just love it. And I thought, I'm going to see what I can do. And so I started with the body, and this is the shape I came up with for the Sherwood Classic. And the one thing that is different, there's a little more access at the lower horn here, but I also have this really cool bevel cut out here with a little bit of pearloid trim, and it serves two purposes. One is it allows you to kind of wrap your thumb in and you get a little higher up here if you wanted to, if you're that kind of a player, and also the visual appeal. It kind of creates this really neat look. So if you're looking straight on it, the horn may appear a little bit thinner here, but really in actual fact it's the full horn. You just have this neat little trim piece here, and I really like that. I like a little bit of bling. I like to dress it up a little bit. The other thing I love is this pickup shape design, and it kind of, if it was a piece of leather, it would look like it came off of a saddle or something like that. It just has that kind of a look. This guitar would totally fit on the country stage, no problem. And not that this is strictly just a country guitar. It isn't. We know that tellies are used by all sorts of telly style guitars are used by all sorts of musicians, whether it's Bruce Springsteen or Christy Hine from the Pretenders. So I wanted something different where I could just keep building them. And then it was like, okay, what am I going to do with the headstock? So my last name is Sheltima. It's a Frisian name, and from what I understand, it has something to do with horses or horsemen. And I thought, well, how can I use my name and horses and apply that to the headstock? And that what I had come up with is this image of a profile of a Mustang running through this field with its flared nostrils and just all this energy and the vitality and strength and power and freedom. Really was the freedom part and the strength that really I wanted to capture. And so this is the design and shape I came up with, and you may see that here, a bit of the snout and a bit of the flare, the nose. If you were to do a Google search, you'd see that. And I decided to scallop this lower part of the nose and kind of trim it. I was doing it in a black, and then I thought I'm going to do something a little different this time. Let's go with a gold leaf. So I'm using a gold leaf here, and it goes well with the amber. And my finishes are a true oil over amber dye, and I love building necks, and I love the whole process of hand carving and just working the guitar. So I decided to go with a hand finish, just to go through the whole process by hand, because this is where a lot of the action in guitar playing happens, is on the neck. Aside from your right hand doing the plucking and strumming, you're all over the place. This is the world. This is where you live, is the neck, and this is such an important part. So I wanted to capture not only the freedom and strength in the headstock design, which also pulled me out of any issues with any copyright or trademark or anything like that, into my own version. And I just love it. It's solid, it's strong, it's very identifiable as the Sheltima Boutique guitar headstock, and it has something to say. It screams freedom, strength, vitality, rock and roll. And the neck is a standard C shape, medium frets, pearl inlays and rosewood fingerboard. It's just a solid, beautiful neck, and I just love this process so much. And then the body and the neck, I think together, and the pickguard, I think you have a really great winning combination. We offer all sorts of pickup combinations. This is one of my favorites, are the 2P90s. They're a stronger single coil output than a tele twang, but I also love mini humbuckers in the neck position with a bridge tele pickup. So, you know, there are all sorts of options. I'm kind of on this kick right now with white finishes. I'm doing a couple other guitars that are going to be in white as well. I'm planning on doing a Uptown 10th anniversary in white and another F500 in white, just to round that out. And just a stunning looking guitar. I call this anniversary white, and a white perloid, and just in the cream covers here. I was struggling whether I want to go with black, whether I want to go chrome, or the white, or this cream. And I think the cream gives it enough of a contrast. You can see it. I didn't want the pickups to get lost in the pickguard or the color. So that's this guitar, and they are, yeah, just so exciting to play. And I look forward to hearing from you all. I thank you so much for joining me today, and stay tuned for more builds and more updates and more reviews and more finished guitars. There are more coming. Thank you so much.